Hello everyone, good morning. Today I just want to share a small strategy with you guys. As everyone know, Lakshmikant is considered to be the Bible for paper two preparation, but the whole Lakshmikant itself is so humongous, so uh, big. So how do we deal with such a big book? So what I do is that since everyone knows that we have to follow the read the book several times. So, in my first reading, rather than by hearting things, I would uh, understand the concept. So, I'll leave aside the by hearting part for the second reading and third reading, and I would definitely try to understand the conceptual part in the first reading. For example, Article Article 74 states that there shall be a council of ministers with prime minister at head to aid and advise the president, who shall act in exercise of his function accordance with such advice. So article 74, if we go through the article, we can understand the president can act only on the aid and advice of the council of ministers and prime minister, and in case if the president act beyond that, so it will be against Article 74, it will be unconstitutional, it will violate Article 74. So let's take another instance with respect to Article 74 itself. What happens if the whole Lok Sabha got dissolved? So in that particular case, can the president act as per his will? So the answer is no. Even if the Lok Sabha dissolves, the president cannot act based on his decision or his discretion. There will be still a council of ministers uh, to guide and advise him. So there are such instances, there are such concepts explained well in Lakshmikant. We have to go through that, we have to understand that. Yeah, also one more thing with respect to Article 44. So what happens if there is a non-confidence movement initiated against the Council of Ministers or the Prime Minister? So in that particular case, the Prime Minister along with the council of ministers have to resign, and until and unless the next election comes for electing the ministers and prime minister, the president cannot act on his own discretion. So this is how we learn the concepts, we learn the things in a book. So there are several things of such conceptual understanding which you can try and understand in the first reading, and second reading, third reading, we can leave for the things which we are supposed to by heart. For example, let's say amendment so and so, or let's say what other things are there in schedule 5 7, those things are to be by hearted. So this is my strategy. So if you want to follow the same thing, please follow it. I hope this helps someone, at least anyone who is struggling to read such a big book. Thank you. Have a good day.